It's another rainy day. So if you hear the rain, if you hear some noise, some pitter pattering on the roof, it's just the blessings flowing down from heaven. So today we're going to talk about grits. How many of you know that we have grits in the southern United States and Bahamas? And further down the island chain, we call it fungi. It's a finer cornmeal, but we use them the same way. We have grits in fish, we have fungi in fish, we have grits in shrimp or shrimp and grits. I do note though that further south in the Caribbean, we tend to use fungi only with fish, but you can have it with oxtail, you can have it with stewed meats like stewed chicken stew or lamb stew or stewed pork. So we're not limited only to having rice with our meats, but we can also expand the fungi repertoire. Today we're going to be cooking for you grits as is cooked in the southern United States, which is the coarser meal of corn. Cornmeal or grits has been very common in our diet, going all the way back to pre-slavery. So today what we're going to cook is grits with sardines, which is a very common dish where I originate from in the Bahamas. We cook grits with sardines, we cook grits with eggs and bacon, grits with sausages, grits with boiled fish or stewed fish. So we also cook peas and grits, believe it or not, just the way you cook peas and rice, we also cook peas and grits. But today we're going to cook a very common breakfast meal, which consists of grits, sardines. I have some sardines here out of the can. It's my favorite brand, or one of my favorite brands of sardines. So we're going to have grits with sardines, and the sardines are going to be cooked with tomatoes, onions, and other vegetables. So we're going to go to the pot and we're going to show you exactly how we cook grits. Very similar to fungi, but we're going to start out with boiling a pot of 3 cups of water. We are going to be cooking about a cup of grits in approximately 3 cups of water with about a tablespoon and a half of butter. And we want to very slowly, very slowly get our grits in there and stirring all the time. And then we don't ever want to leave the pot unattended. We want to just keep stirring it until it gets to the right consistency, no lumps. You want to have any lumps in there at all. Now, like I said, I grew up eating grits, like almost every day. Grits with the eggs, and oh, we also had grits with corn. We also eat grits with corned beef. So in the morning, breakfast would be grits in one of those items, or cornmeal porridge, or cream of wheat, or I seldom ate box cereal as a child growing up. It was always a hot breakfast in the mornings. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put that on simmer on low and let that cook for a while. And then in the meantime, we're gonna start preparing our sardines. So we have here a bit of onions, and we're going to just, I think that's about enough for what we are going to be cooking. So I want to chop this really fine. Yep. And then we're going to add to that some tomato, because basically we're making like a little salad with these. With this is the tomato knife, special knife to cut tomatoes. Oops. I think that's probably enough for what we're going to be preparing. Tomatoes. And now we're going to take our sardines from here. I'd like to share the brand, but you know, can't give them so much credo. Okay, so I have about 1 tin of sardines here, and sardines are very nutritious, lots of iron, excellent for almost any meal. You can have any time of the day. You can have it as an appetizer with crackers. You can have it with grits, like I love it. You can have it in a sandwich or atop a salad. Make a beautiful salad and then put sardines on the top. The next thing we want in this is some lemon juice. So just to squeeze the full half of the lemon. Okay, need something to wipe my hands. Oops. Okay. And then we want to add some fire. This is Scotch bonnet. And we are going to use, for me, some people can't take pepper at all. And there are those of us who like it really, really hot. And there are those who would take it mild. I'm going to make it hot because I'm going to have this for my breakfast. So I used about 1/3 of that Scotch bonnet pepper. And then the next item is going to be a little bit of olive oil. And then we're going to mix this up. You can add just a touch of salt. Let's just add a little bit of salt. There, salt. And we're going to mix this, just gently turn it. Now, typically, as a side, you will have avocados, or particularly avocados. So we want to turn this, and we're going to rest it, just put it aside until the grits is cooked. We're going to start plating. So we're going to have it on this plate, put this aside. Let's just dry this plate. And because we don't have nice slices of avocados, we're just going to use some fresh spinach and make like a little breakfast salad. Fresh spinach, and we're going to have a few slices of starfruit or carambola for nice citrusy finish. Okay, gonna have a starfruit. Okay, so typically we would have avocados with grits and sardines. That's like a staple, like, you know, like me having to go and find my spectacles. It's absolutely necessary. I'm putting just a little sun-dried tomato pesto on this just because I love tomatoes, and I already have tomatoes in the sardines, so I'm not going to use any more fresh tomatoes right now. And I think my grits might just about be done. The grits are done. It's been about 10 to 12 minutes on these grits. Almost like fungi, except, you know, it doesn't have any okras in it. It doesn't have any fish broth in it. It's just plain water and butter and salt. And I don't know why the Southern Caribbean folks don't like grits. I love grits. Those in the Southern United States love grits. In the Bahamas, we love grits. So now we're going to get some grits on the plate. I like my grits really soft, almost runny. Yeah. And I like a lot of grits. That's why I'm a little chubby. I love grits. So now, next thing goes down would be our sardines. And, you know, this is a very inexpensive meal, and it's nutritious, and it fills your tummy. And you can have as little or as much grits as you want. For those who are very concerned about their waistline, you may want to have a little less grits. And for those of us who are still working, we can have a little more. And so you just have a piece of lemon there and a pat of butter on the grits, absolutely necessary. So we're going to just put a little pat of butter, because I don't want to embarrass myself, just a little pat of butter atop the grits. And there you have it. Voila. I am going to add, let me just get some, make it pretty. That's why you should always have fresh greens in your kitchen. You can make it look nice with a little parsley garnish. And there you have it. Grits with sardines and a little spinach salad. Spinach and starfruit. I'm gonna have a great time eating that. Especially with some lemongrass tea. See you guys next time. I had to talk to you about your farming journey, your cooking journey, your lifestyle journey.
It wasn't intentional. This garden was not intentional. I just did it because I just wanted to do it.
You introduced me to the fact that I could get them from cuttings. You gave me some cuttings, and now I have spinach growing in abundance.
Woo!
Yes, happy, happy.